what to expect after you started a policy with IBC Global. So first and foremost, thank you so much for choosing us and deciding to open a policy with us. It does help us as a company, as we are ultimately compensated by the insurance company for setting up policies with individuals. So if you choose to work with us as your agent, that is how and why the insurance company pays us. So thank you. We would not be able to do this without you. As far as what you can expect as time passes, do we just sell you a policy and say, hey, see you later? No. I do not like when that is done to me, so we try and really make it a point that everyone provides or is provided with the necessary service, and this is why we've dedicated a ton of time, energy, and resources to our company, so you've got a company working for you and at your service, not just one individual. So, first and foremost, your agent, as we mentioned in the first video, they are your primary point of contact. You likely have their direct cell. You can reach out to them anytime you'd like. You also have client relations, which really serves, call it as a means of direct customer service or customer support. I don't like the word customer service, but with cash value life insurance, or just about with any company out there in any industry, customer service lines are not always the best. Meaning often I'll call up a customer service center and I talk to someone and pretty much get the impression, hello, what do you want? I'm gonna get off the phone. I don't want to talk to you at all. It's like, no, we don't want that at all. And with some of the top companies that we work with, sometimes we've experienced that. So we wanted to make sure that that didn't happen with those that we worked with. We don't want our people that decide to take a policy with us, talk to an insurance company, get a poor experience, get inaccurate information, because that always results in issues that no one wants. So our client relations department is a resource as well, and they will provide a ton of information, facilitate any changes. For example, if you are making loan requests, they are hands-on in this respect, working directly with our contacts at different insurance carriers to make sure that loans are in good order. If you are requesting a loan from Guardian, for example, within the first 10 days or within 10 days of making a PUA payment, a loan repayment, and we know they're going to come back and ask for verification before we even submit it, we'll come back to you and say, hey, we're likely going to need this information in order to get the loan quickly, because they know that process, they're familiar with it. We want to make sure we prevent any issues or potential frustration from popping up. So that's an example. Loan interest. Did you know that if you have a loan outstanding on your policy and your anniversary date rolls around, what will happen here is the insurance company will send you a notice stating, please pay this loan interest or your policy may lapse, or it's at danger of lapsing. Now, I don't really like these notices because they're not always true. Now, the company sends them because they have to. What would happen with a cash value life insurance policy is if you've loaned everything out, you're not making any payments, you've got next to nothing in cash value, and loan interest is due, you can run into a situation where the policy could lapse. However, if you're making payments, which build the cash value, if you have cash value already in the policy, a lot of people do this, they don't pay their loan interest. The loan interest is paid internally from your cash value. It borrows against itself, and then you can pay that loan balance and loan interest whenever you want. So providing transparency there is very important. Your agent will always be able to help in this area too. That lister letter that Mass Mutual sends saying, hey, you've got to pay more money into the policy, I would encourage you to disregard that or ask us if you have any questions, really depending on how we set the policy up. If we plan to add more money, cut the term rider, a lot of times that can mess up the overall planning of the policy if we follow Mass Mutual's instructions compared to how we originally designed the policy. So you've got those two resources, which are fantastic. I do regularly connect with them as well. Then 6-month reviews. So every 6 months, our client relations department will reach out to you. They will provide an updated client audit report with information on your policy, the company's dividend rate, cash value, loan balances, death benefit balance, beneficiaries, policy owner, do you have a collateral loan outstanding, all of that good stuff with an offer for Inforce Illustrations and also a review meeting. If you'd like a review meeting, client relations will often reach out to your agent or help set the meeting with your agent to go over everything. Go over the Inforce Illustrations. If you're like me, you like to track the performance, say, okay, am I on track to still break even? What's the performance look like based on actual results? Because the illustration looked good. That's important. Loan models. I looked at them initially. Hey, now I've got a real policy with a sum of money in there. What does it look like if I borrow against it to invest in real estate or invest in my business over here? Can you show me what that would look like with my actual policy before I do it? And the answer is yes. What's it look like from a retirement income standpoint? Surrenders. Life happens. You say, oh man, like I can't make the payments anymore. I've got to cash it out. You know, it's not the best option, but I have to do it. What we really want to make sure of here is that we're approachable. In the industry, I've seen this happen quite a bit. Someone runs into a hard time. They can't make the payment and it makes sense to surrender the policy. While it is rare, it does happen. The agent may try and do everything in their power to keep that policy in force, and it's just an uncomfortable situation for the client. That shouldn't happen. So if that's a case, if it is a case where, hey, a surrender is in your best interest, or you say, hey, I get it, I just want to cash it out for now, I might revisit it down the road, we're here for you. Like, we want to make sure we are a resource. It's not about the compensation, the chargebacks, nothing like that. We want to make sure we're providing the same service for you that we'd want provided for us if we were in that same position. Some other things I want to mention here that I didn't touch on this piece in respect to client relations. If you need to make any adjustments to the policy owner, to beneficiaries, to payment adjustments, let's say you need to reduce your premium, maybe you are reducing your MEC limit, whatever it might be, the actual forms that are required from the insurance company will help you with that. So client relations is familiar with that. They reach out directly to the insurance carrier, make sure that everything's in good order. This way you don't feel like you're trying to fill out the forms and like, I don't know what this terminology looks like. Am I doing it right? I feel like that all the time when I'm working with something I don't know. But you will get constant support there in that respect. And then the last thing, which we do provide this, the first one, contacts to people that are going through the initial process, is you do have access to our contacts. Specifically, if you're working with us and you say, hey, I'm looking at estate planning or business planning, or I'm considering some real estate investments, or I want to position my money properly, do you have anyone that can help us? Because our specialty, frankly, is cash value life insurance, setting it up for maximum cash value. How does that fit into your overall estate, your financial plan? We've got a laser focus on the cash value life insurance product. That's our specialty. So if you said, well, I'd like some additional assistance with estate planning or tax planning, do you have someone that can help that's also familiar with cash value life insurance? The answer is yes. So for example, a lot of people we work with her firm, which we have no financial interest or relationship with at all. She's my personal attorney, her and her firm, simply because, one, they do understand cash value life insurance, but they understand business, finance, estate planning, trust planning. Her and her firm have an extensive amount of knowledge, and they also have that second factor that I can't explain that well. Let's put it this way, they care. Like that it factor, I can trust them with just about anything. If I say, hey, here's what I'm trying to accomplish, like they're gonna take care of it. They treat everyone as if they were working on their own personal plan. So her and her firm is fantastic there in respect to estate and tax planning. Events exclusive for IBC Global clients. This is something where we are going to have more and more of these as the years pass, with guest speakers if they would like to attend. Then also mastermind calls, going through policy design. Perhaps you worked with another agent during these events. I'll be doing them very frequently. So you can always ask me questions. We'll have other agents on. It's really, the more minds we get together, often what happens is that the more ideas come about, and then we learn more. We know how to leverage our policy. Maybe we take out another one. Maybe we connect with someone that can help our business grow, whatever it might be. So I hope that the process here was helpful from A to Z. No, it's a lot of information, which I always like, really going into the information and trying not to leave anything out. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out anytime. And again, thank you so much for choosing to work with us.